You're telling me I get a chance to talk to one of the brightest stars in the game today, on the rise, ready for more. It's Newark, New Jersey's own Shakur Stevenson. You know your boy BC gets fired up to talk to you, Shakur. How the heck are you, man?
I'm good. I'm just, staying focused, putting my work in, making sure I'm fully prepared for June 12th. And just, I've been working. I'm locked in. At the end of the day, I'm locked in.
Well, let's talk about June 12th, ESPN, your return defending that WBO 130-pound title, Jeremiah Nakathila. And I say that with a question mark. I don't know much about this guy. And when it was announced that you're fighting him, some folks on the internet said, why is Shakur not matching himself in this vacant interim title bout? I know he wants all the smoke. Let's get him in there with people that can smoke. Am I being disrespectful here?
Nah, you not. At the end of the day, you also got to understand. I can't force nobody to get in the ring and fight with me. I can't sit there and put a gun to somebody's head and say, "Oh, fight me." If these fighters don't want to fight, they don't want to fight. So, at the end of the day, this is why I'm fighting Jeremiah. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name either. But he was number 2 in the WBO. So at the end of the day, it just made sense.
All right, Nakathila is 21-1. We'll certainly put a little bit, at least, respect on his name. He's a grown man. He's going to be in there against you. But this is where we're talking about. There is a group of future stars in the sport. They're populating in and around that lightweight division. You've yet to move, fully up to 135. You won a title at 126. You're at 130 now, fighting for belts. But I've long said, I think you may end up being the best of that group. You may end up being the pound for pound best of that group. And that's no disrespect to the great Teo, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Gervonta, all that stuff. So when it comes to what you've done so far in this game, coming out of the Olympics, showing that flash, how much have we seen? How much have you been forced to show yet in your unbeaten run in terms of what's really under that hood?
I don't think I've been forced to show too much at all. Like I feel like the world haven't seen certain parts of my game that's in there already. Like the world don't know a lot of stuff. Like they sit there, oh, Shakur's the technical, skillful boxer, this, that, and the third. They don't know like what I really got in me. So at the end of the day, I don't think I've been forced to show too much. Like you never know when it's gonna come out. I might need it Saturday. Oh, I say Saturday, June 12th. I might need it Saturday, June 12th. Like we don't know.
Absolutely.
We don't know.
All right, let's
So we
talk
gotta
about
wait.
this.
What fighter brings it out?
Well, it may be Jeremiah Nakathila. It may not. And the odds maker is probably going to say not. But what about this fella who has a world title in this division at 130 pounds? A guy I respect a lot, Jamel Herring, Semper Fi. Could you tell me what went down? There's some video and there was trash talk. Is this real? Because I thought you guys were bros. Speak to me on this, please.
I mean, at the end of the day, Jamel just got something that I want. He the WBO champion, and I want to be able to. I want a big fight with Oscar Valdez, so I'm just doing whatever it takes to get a big fight with Oscar Valdez. I know that I work with some of the people in Jamel team. I work with Jamie, Bo, Red, and all of them. But I mean, it's a little. It wasn't about nothing. It was just just having a little fun, I guess.
So
it ain't
is
too
it
much.
not serious? I mean, it's serious that you want to fight him. It's serious that you want his belt. But is there any beef there?
Nah, ain't no beef. Ain't no beef at all. I can't beef with somebody like Jamel. Jamel ain't really he ain't really like no confrontational person. He's not really like a real tough kind of dude. So I wouldn't even. I feel like a bully if I try to beef with somebody like Jamel. I probably just talk shit to him and play with his head a little bit. But other than that, I can't really beef with Jamel. Jamel ain't really no dude you could really just have beef with.
Well, you talked about Oscar Valdez, who had a world title at featherweight, moved up to 130, knocked out Miguel Burchell. What a fight! What a performance! If you beat Jeremiah Nakathila on June 12th? Where does that go? Does that take you to Oscar Valdez? Does that take you to Jamel Herring? What could the future look like?
I think that me and Valdez should be the next big fight. I don't see the point of waiting. understand. What are we waiting for? Like, is he trying to make me get a belt? Or like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, at the end of the day, I was just mandatory at 126. He said in a tweet, he said this in a tweet, I remember perfectly. He said, I will stay at 126 for one more fight. This was right before he found out I was mandatory. I will stay at 126 for one more fight with Leo Santa Cruz or Josh Warrington. Then he found out I was his mandatory. Right after that, he moved up. So a lot of people felt like he was scared of me. Like a lot of people think that Valdez is scared, like he's scared to fight me. So I think that he should just prove to people that he's not. He a Mexican, you know, like Mexicans are warriors. They tough people. So at the end of the day, I feel like he should have to show his fan base and all these people. I understand that he showed them that, oh, he beat Burchell. But Burchell and me is two different type of fighters.
Did you have respect for that performance, though? I mean, it got Oscar Valdez a lot of attention. He's got a new union with Eddie Reynoso as the trainer, who obviously is getting a lot of, attention through what he's done with Canelo. Does Real recognize Real in that performance?
Yeah, for sure. You always gotta respect the underdog. When the underdog go in the ring and beat the people that they think is gonna beat them. I also thought Burchell was gonna beat Valdez because I thought he was gonna stand there, but Valdez ended up boxing him. So, like I said, I respect it, but I don't respect his actions because right after he got out the ring, the first thing he said was, "I hear Shakur Stevenson been talking. Let's make the fight happen." So if you say that, you gotta stand on your word.
Yeah,
I don't
give me that.
understand why should you be talking about fighting? Oh, this person, somebody else. No, you said Shakur Stevenson because I was in the building. I've been saying your name nonstop. I said I want to fight. So prove to people that you're gonna stand on what you got to say. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, Shakur, we have enough fights we can't make in this sport that get us very frustrated. Both of you guys being top ranked fighters, ESPN. I mean, can't you just call Grandpa up and say, one, you got any edibles? Two, hey, can you make this fight for me, bro?
Nah, I don't do none of that edible stuff. But yeah, after this fight, I'm being Vegas, like I said. So after the fight, I'll probably go right after the fight to top rank office and sit down with them myself. And I want to hear them say it they self out their mouth. Valdez don't want to fight or whatever it takes. Cause I want to fight him. I need that fight next.
Yeah, I love that right there. Speaking of respect, I guess you could say a weird time in the boxing game, at least from the standpoint of like pay-per-views and attention and what's attracting the casual audience. It's a lot of the Paul brothers. It's Floyd Mayweather next weekend against Logan Paul and Jake Paul signing with Showtime. You're an established traditional boxing champion. These guys are outsiders coming in. How do you look at the success they're having and now the deals they're signing when it's still kind of looked at as YouTubers?
I mean, man, I'm a boxing fan. Like I enjoy watching boxing, so I try not to even pay attention to that stuff too much. I'm not into that kind of stuff. Like I don't believe in a YouTuber getting in the ring and making more money than all kinds of boxers in the world. It just made me feel like my sport is like they look at my sport like it's just an entertainment, like it's just trying to like laugh and shit, like it's a clown type of sport. But that's how I feel about it because I don't understand get it. I feel like at the end of the day, you got real fighters who've been fighting their whole life. Like you gotta realize I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. I started fighting in actual fights and amateur boxing bouts at 8 years old. I went to nationals. I went overseas to Russia, Ukraine, like all these kind of things that I've been doing since a kid. And you telling me that a YouTuber who never did none of this stuff, just made YouTube videos to get views and likes and all that kind of stuff, could come in and make so much more money than somebody like me or somebody like other boxers who've been doing this also. So, and if that's the case, I'm not gonna discredit Floyd, but I'm also gonna say put these dudes in and with real boxers. If
Yeah,
that's the case,
put him in there with
pay.
Shakur Stevenson. He'll show him what's up, right?
Yeah, I want to pay them to make that much money and fight them dudes. Who Jake Paul fight his last fight? It was like the dude Ben that was
Ben
like a big,
Askren, yeah, retired MMA
yeah,
fighter,
like big chubby wrestler or something like that. Like, man, let
amateur
him fight
wrestling.
Canelo. If he making that much money in them fights, let him fight Canelo. Let him fight somebody like one of these real fighters out there instead of putting them in there with that kind of dude in his second pro fight making that much money. Like, I ain't hating. I'm just like telling the truth. I'm gonna be the one to speak the facts. I ain't gonna just sit here and say, "Oh, I like to watch the YouTube," and nah, it ain't for Nate Robinson. That's not shouldn't be making millions of dollars to fight Nate Robinson.
It's interesting. It's an interesting trend. We'll see how long it lasts or whether it's here to stay. But about the real boxers, the best fighting the best, like Showtime's coming out with this documentary series called The Kings about the four kings, Hagler, Leonard, Duran, and Hearns. And the key part, as you probably know your history, is they all fought each other in the 80s and it carried the sport. Do you think in today's model, I just told you I consider we have this new group on the rise. Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Haney, all those guys. I mean, you're part of that group, Gervonta, of these guys 26, 25 and under. How do you all fight each other? Will you all fight each other? Is that even possible in today's game?
I think it's very possible, but it's the fighters. Like, it's all on the fighters. I think the fighters got to be willing to fight each other. I'm putting it out there right now, and wherever I can, I'm willing to fight any of those people. I don't mind fighting anybody. I don't duck no action. So whenever the time comes, I'm ready. At the end of the day, but like I said, it's all up the fighter. So I don't see it happening. Honestly, me being honest, I done seen them all like talk shit to each other and then act like they was going to be in negotiations and all that kind of shit. But I ain't see none actually happen. So I don't see it happening.
What do you think would be the toughest fight for you out of that group if you had to pick?
I'm not sure. It's hard to name. There's so many good fighters, so I can't really sit here and tell you who would be the toughest. They all tough in their own way, and style makes fights. So you just never know.
All right. What do you think your progression is from the standpoint of weight? Sometimes it comes down to opportunity. If you could get offered a big fight at 135, you probably take it. Do you have a timeline in play now? You just moved up from 26 to 30. What do you think your next couple of years looks like in terms of weight?
I think that I want to beat Valdez. After I beat Valdez, I'll be willing to be more flexible as far as going up. But as of right now, I just want my main focus is making a big fight Valdez and me so much money that night and building up a big fight. So yeah.
All right. Just same thing I told you last time I interviewed you. I want to see you against all the smoke because I think you beat him at this point. I want to see you against Teo, Garcia, Haney, Evan Korn, all the tough ones out there. All right. All the gingers. All right. That's what I want right there. Shout out to the great Evan Korn. Shakur Stevenson, thank you for your time. June 12th, ESPN, Jeremiah Nakathila, an interim vacant WBO title at 130. Go get him, sir.
Appreciate it.